Hey everybody, it is Friday. Nate Eaton here in my office, and just wanted to give you a quick update on some new developments with Colby Ryan. This is Lori Vallow's son. Earlier this week, we reported that he was arrested on 2 charges of sexual assault in Arizona. Those charges have been dismissed without prejudice in Arizona, and Colby Ryan was able to leave jail today. Now, what does this mean? That prosecutor can refile these charges at a future date, but as of now, all of the court hearing that was scheduled for next week has been canceled, and Colby Ryan is free to go. In fact, I'm told he's out of jail. He's on his way to an undisclosed location, I guess you could say, and he no longer, as of today, is facing those charges. However, the prosecutor can refile because those charges were dismissed without prejudice, which sometimes happens. I know everybody wants to know the details. Why did they decide to do this? The prosecutor is not saying. We have not heard from any of the parties involved why or what may have happened behind the scenes. We just don't know why. But we do know that they could refile at a future date, or it could just go away. I believe there is a statute of limitations. There is a time limit that they would need to refile. I just don't know what that is in Arizona. So for those of you just tuning in, Colby Ryan is a free man. The charges against him for 2 counts of sexual assault have been dismissed without prejudice by the Maricopa County prosecutor, and that means that they could be refiled or they could not. Now, as for his mother, Lori Vallow Daybell, there is a court hearing on Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning, and a few different motions will be discussed, one of them being cameras in the courtroom. Lori's attorneys have argued that cameras should be banned from future court proceedings. They allege that court TV violated the courtroom decorum order by having 2 cameras in there and by having microphones on the tables. Court TV adamantly has spoken. One of the producers, the senior producer, has, in an affidavit that was filed yesterday, said that what the defense is accusing them of did not happen. East Idaho News has joined, I think, 30 other media outlets to fight the ban of the cameras in the courtroom. So we believe that cameras should be in the courtroom, that everybody should have a right to witness the judicial system in process, whether you can physically attend the courtroom or not. So that is our argument, and we will bring that to the court on Thursday morning. And Judge Boyce has given us permission to live stream that hearing. So if you're interested in that, you can tune in. From what I understand, Lori, there is an order to transport that has been filed, meaning transport Lori from the Madison County Jail to the Fremont court. So it appears she will be in that courtroom that day. Chad and his attorney, right now, they have no motions filed, so it's unclear if they will be there. They don't need to be there, but obviously if John Pryor wanted to weigh in on the camera issue, he could show up. And then there'll be, I believe, 2 or 3 other issues discussed. I don't recall off to the top of my head, but we are really focused on keeping cameras in the courtroom, not to make a circus out of it, not to make a zoo, not to make a spectacle, but simply to show what is happening in this very high-profile case. So those are the updates. I know a lot of you, I'm seeing the comments come through about the Colby Ryan sexual assault charges. They have been dismissed. He was arrested Saturday. A woman whom he'd been in a relationship with had told police that he raped her, and she said that she recorded him admitting that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the details now because the case has been dropped, and they could refile at a future date. The prosecutor could, but at this point, Colby is out of jail, and the thing moves forward. Or it doesn't really move anywhere, I guess, if the prosecutor doesn't file anything. So wanted to give you this update. We have a story on eastidahonews.com if you want to go read about it. And also tune in Thursday if you're interested. Thursday morning, we'll be live streaming the court hearing about cameras in the courtroom. And we'll see what the judge says, if cameras can remain or if there will be restrictions or what. So there you go. That's the latest. We haven't heard much from Chad and his attorney, John Pryor, as far as motions that they have been filing. But over the next few months, you're going to probably see a lot of procedural motions filed ahead of the trial, which is scheduled for January. I think both sides will be filing these things. This is a death penalty capital murder case, so they have to file things just to be sure every precaution is taken, every T is crossed, every I is dotted, and that there could, in case anything happens on appeal. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a good weekend and that you have plans for the weekend. I think are going to go to the fair. Someone's asking if Chad and Lori are allowed to write each other letters. No, jail inmates are not allowed to communicate with each other. So as far as we know, they are not communicating with each other. And as far as I know, they have not seen each other in person since Lori was arrested. But I believe they were able to communicate via technology on the iPads or whatever. But when he was arrested in June of 2020, that's when the communications should have stopped. So we will keep fighting to keep those cameras in the courtroom and bring you the updates. And maybe there'll be a few days where, there won't be any Daybell news. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.